Assalamualaikum students. Today we will talk about the topic of wholesale. We will see the disadvantages or demerits of wholesalers and we will talk about their elimination. Should they be eliminated? These are few major disadvantages of the wholesalers. They are involved in adulteration. Adulteration means mixing the goods of inferior quality with superior quality. They mix it up, they do this thing that is known adulteration just to earn more profit. If we look at the Islamic values, this is prohibited and this is also against the social culture. But unfortunately, some of the wholesalers are involved in this act of adulteration. They are mixing the goods of lower quality with the goods of higher quality. They are further using these all methods to improve the goods and to earn higher profit. If you are new on channels, kindly subscribe it to get more informative videos. This is the major help you can do to show your encouragement. Secondly, they are involved in black marketing. What is black marketing? Some wholesalers are involved in the illegal storage of goods. They do the illegal storage which is not allowed to them, and this is how they create artificial scarcity or they increase the requirement of the good. In order to increase the demand and to move the price according to their own desire, they create this artificial scarcity of the goods. They create the artificial shortage by storing the goods in their own godowns, and this action of wholesaler is termed as black marketing. Again, this is a demerit, a very major disadvantage of the wholesalers in the chain of channels of distribution. Furthermore, some of the wholesalers are creating their monopoly. Monopoly is the single person business, a single supplier of a product in the market. They try to control the distribution of a product or a commodity, and they charge high prices for the products which are available in their own godowns only. So when they think they are the monopoly, the monopolistic traders in this product, they charge their own desired prices, which is actually a disadvantage to the community and to the consumer. Furthermore, they are not interested in launch or the introduction of new products, because if they have a wide stock kept in their own godowns, they want it to be utilized first. So if it is not in the interest of their own profit, they do not encourage the introduction or launch of new products, which may cause a loss to the manufacturer and to the consumers. Furthermore, the exploitation of manufacturers, they create a huge capital investment in the manufacturer's business. That is how they are helping the manufacturers by financing them. But against this particular function, they are charging the prices which are, or they are purchasing the goods in their own favorable terms, which are sometimes harming the interest of the manufacturers. As a result, the manufacturers will be discouraged to produce more, or they will not be able to earn their higher profits, which will be resulting in a decline in the manufacturing sector, causing an overall decline in the product market. So this is how sometimes the wholesalers are exploiting the interest of the manufacturers, and which is a major demerit of the wholesalers which we face. Lastly, the wholesalers are responsible for breaking the link between manufacturers and consumers. The retailers and producers cannot be in touch without the wholesalers, so producers may not know liking and disliking of consumers, because the wholesalers are intermediary to receive this information and pass it on to the producer. Producer cannot have their direct link with the retailers, knowing the desires and demands of the consumers. So this is a problem created by the wholesalers for both the producers and the retailers. Like the video, share it with your friends, subscribe the channel for more important topics in upcoming days. Keep watching Commerce Lecturer on